So in this video, we are going to look at how to create a very basic, a very simple infographic using Canva. Canva is an online tool that you can use to create all kinds of graphics. It contains very many templates that you can choose from, as we will be seeing later. It's very good for social media graphics and will give you those excellent looking graphics that you've probably been looking at and admiring. So to go to Canva in your browser, you type canva.com. So it will bring you here. If you already have an account, you sign in. If you need to create an account, you can create one. It's very easy. If you're already signed into your Google account, you can just sign in with Google. So I've already signed in, and so I'll start. So what I want is an infographic, and I'm going to create it from a template. So I go over here to where it says template, and then you'll find that there are all kinds of templates. So I'm going to look for infographics. Now you'll notice that infographics are found under marketing. So I'll click on infographics over here. Okay, so my page loads and it gives me all kinds of templates that I can work with. So you can choose any. However, for purposes of this demonstration, I'll create a blank infographic because this video will also kind of introduce you to Canva. So I'll go step by step slowly and hope that you'll be able to follow. So I'll create a blank infographic, although as I've said, you can click on any of these and edit them accordingly. So I'll click on there. Okay, so my template has loaded, it's blank. But you'll notice that I also have several templates open here. So if you're interested in starting with a new template, you can still choose from any of these. However, I'm not. So I'll start by making basic changes. For example, I'll change the color of the background from white to something else. To do that, I'll click here and choose the color that I want. So I'll take this one for now, or perhaps not. I'll take that one. Now, I can zoom in and zoom out. I can zoom in and zoom out depending on what I want to do. So for you to create an infographic, you need to have your data ready, but it's also important for you to know what it is that you want to explain using your infographic. So in other words, you must have your data already cleaned up and sorted according to perhaps the themes or the categories that you want to represent your data in. So I have already picked data from the UBOS website, and that data is about selected pre-primary education indicators between 2013 and 2017. So I'll click on my file here. It shows up. I'll come, select the title because that's what I want. That's going to be the title of my infographic. So I'll come to where it says text over here. You have that panel. So I'll add a little bit of maybe a subheading, and then I'll paste and it will be there. So I can take that up there by clicking and dragging. Okay, so if I'm happy with that, then I can leave it there. Now, of course, I want to make this a little bit more attractive. So from your visual communication class, again, you know the principles of good design. So let me play around with the text color just to see what the white looks like. Not so good. So maybe I should contrast it with a dark blue, perhaps. Maybe I can leave it at that for now. Otherwise, I can choose from any of these colors, and if I have my color, I can also put it in here and it will come. But I can also add a new color from this over here. So yeah, I think I'll leave it there. Now you can add all kinds of graphics to this. So for example, let's say that I want to add a graphic, a picture of some sort. So I'll come to elements, and under elements I'll make sure that it's basically everything, and I'll look for children. Okay, that's what I want. So children will bring me over here, but I need to specify that I want graphics. Okay, so I don't want a photo, so it will bring me here, and I'll choose this. Some of these are free, by the way, others you have to pay, others are for the pro version. So I'll go for the free ones, obviously. So I'll click on this and it will automatically appear over here. So I'll try and design this in a very simple way, just trying to make this attractive. So it looks like my text is quite big. Let me reduce it in size. So I'll select it like that, come over here, use the minus sign to reduce that. Okay, you can see that now it's at 25. So I'll keep this little baby over here. Okay, and then I'll start to build my infographic. So one of the things that I want to do is to introduce a chart of some kind. But before I do that, I'll introduce a line because I want to separate those elements from the main body of the infographic. So this will take me to the different lines available. I can't find any that I want. Let me try again. Okay, it brings me here. Maybe let me do all. Yes, all gives me better options. So I'll click here and this line will come over here. So I can click and drag to place it. Now those purple lines there are what we call guides. They show you that your text or what your element that you're working with is well centered or is in line with all the rest. So I'll put this here. I want to change the color from black, so I'll come over here and make it that color, which is the same as the text. So if I zoom in like that, you'll be able to see what this looks like. So if I need to expand this, I'll click on it like that, and I'll make it a little longer. Okay, and of course I can turn it around if I want, but I don't want to, so I'll leave it there. So now I'll move on to the next thing. The next thing that I want is to add a chart. So chart, I'll go over there and look for charts. So I'll make sure that I've selected all. So you can see that there are different charts here, or graphs if you want. So let's say that I'm interested in one of these. I'll click here and it will come over here, but it comes with text that is from Canva. So I need to customize this, and to customize this I come over here. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this is going to be a very basic infographic. So I'm going to be able to easily copy and paste data in here. But if you're working with complicated, with large sets of data, you might consider pasting data from the spreadsheet here, or you can connect with Google Sheets if you have already saved your file on your Google Drive. So I'll come over here, choose the data that I want. The first data that I'm going to look at is the gross enrollment rate. So I'll come, pick that data, I'll paste it here. Okay. Oops, just a moment. Sorry, let me do that again. Sorry about that. Okay, so let me choose this again. So I'll come over here paste my data like that. So you can see that it has changed, but I need to clean up this. So the data runs from 2013. So these are going to be my years. So 2013, I'll type that in manually, 2014, or you can copy and paste from the spreadsheet 2015, 2016, and 2017. Then I can clean up the rest of it. Okay, so this is, just a moment, it's gross enrollment rate. Okay, so gross enrollment rate. Okay, so I can delete whatever I don't want. Being careful to keep whatever I need. Okay, so my chart looks like this. I'll zoom out just a little so that I have a clear understanding of what this is. But you can see that this doesn't say much. It just says gross enrollment rate. It doesn't give us the years or anything. So this is where your reasoning comes in. How would you want your data to be represented? So there is something here called settings, this tab. If you click on it, it will give you certain options. So for now, let me play around with the series. So if I say plot rows as series, then it gives me the years. What that means is that then I can label my chart using and call it gross enrollment rate 2013 to 2017. I think that makes more sense. And to do that, I come back here, click on text, and I'll add maybe body text, and I'll call that gross enrollment rate 2013 to 2017. Okay, so that is the title of my data. So I'll drag that up there, and of course I would want it to be more visible, so I'll make it bold. I'll also create 2 lines. Okay, I'll leave that there on this side. So I'll bring this here, make it a little smaller. Okay, just a little smaller so that everything can fit. Then I'll change the color to one color since they are all like that. So this is the first one. Okay, so I now need to create place another item. So I'll copy this line and paste it so you can see that it does that. Now I want to rotate it a little so that it becomes horizontal. So I'll move it just a little. It's not, yeah, that is the center. So that means that I need to make this slightly smaller. Okay. Now I'll enter the second set of data, and I'll just reduce this a little. Sorry. I'll hold down my shift key, reduce that a little, give some breathing space here. Okay, so now I'll go back here and get the second set of data. So the net enrollment rate is what I'm looking at. So I'll copy those numbers, come here, go back here, find chart, or perhaps, yeah, okay. So here, charts, sorry, elements, charts, and then it brings me back here. So I'll still go for that, and I'll still edit it the way I did earlier. So that's the data. This is net enrollment rate. Okay, and it runs from 2013 to let me copy this here. Okay, then I'll paste it like that. That's much easier. So I'll come clean up this because I don't want them showing up in my data. Okay, so it's now nice and clean, and this is what my my chart looks like. I'll zoom in again just so I can have a clear view of what's happening here. So like the one we created earlier, still this doesn't make much sense. So I'll go to settings and plot rows as series. So it will give me the year. Okay. And then, in fact, now that we have the years running, I'll remove this over here so that it's neater. So I'll copy this heading and paste. Okay. Sorry about that. I'll copy this and paste it there, and then I'll simply drag it over here and change this to net. Okay, so now it's, yeah, I think they're both the same. So I'll change the color of this to something maybe something like that, or could be something bolder if you want. No, I've already used red, sorry, so I'll stick to that. Okay, and then I'll place one last one and then we'll save. Okay, so I'll click over here, copy, paste, and then drag this line over there. Okay, so I'll put the last graph which will show okay, let's go for the pupil teacher ratio. Okay, so I'll click that, and then still my elements here are still showing. So let me try and vary this and see how it comes up. I'll paste that over there, call this pupil teacher ratio. Okay, so again I'll come copy my years so that I save time. I'll paste them here and then clean up this part. Okay, so it's nice and clean. This is what my chart looks like. Let me zoom out a little. Okay, so of course I need to resize it. It's too big. Okay, and once again we'll go to the settings and see if plotting by rows makes any difference. Yes, so I think it does. So we now have the years on the y-axis and the numbers on the x-axis. So we can now label this. Again, we'll come copy this and paste it and then drag it over here. So we'll call this the teacher, the pupil teacher ratio. Let me edit just a little. Okay, so So we can give this a different color as well, perhaps a green. Looks nice and beautiful. And then we can source this text, just put the source and say, yeah, so it comes over here. So source, Uganda Bureau of Statistics. Of statistics. Yep. So I'll make this a little smaller. Okay. Make it a bit bold so it can be seen. We'll make this bold as well. Okay. And there you have your very basic infographic showing the trends of selected pre-primary education indicators from 2013 to 2017. And of course, you can go on and be as creative as you can be. So once you're done, you then download, click on download over here and choose how you want your graphic downloaded. So you can have it as a PNG, you can have it as a PDF, whatever it is that you want. I'll go with the suggested format, which is that. And then I'll download. So it will ask me where I want to download my graphic, because that's the way I set this up. But your computer might just download yours to the downloads folder. Okay, so I'll leave this as is. I'll leave that as the file name. Okay, I'll add infographics maybe here. Infographic. Okay, so I'll save. Now, if I want to share this with friends, I can click on share and then I can copy the link. Okay, so people can edit, or they can view, or they can use this as a template. I probably want them to just view, so I copy the link and share it with my friends or teammates or workmates on WhatsApp or via email, or you can see it gives me that option to do email as well. So now let me just take you to see the infographic that we created, and it looks something like this. So let me just let me zoom out so that you can see this much better. So that is your infographic, and you can see that it's very basic, but you can also do something that simple. I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know if you have any questions or comments.